Okay, I think I'm about ready when they are. Looks like the race has started. So Trog's already ahead. Fun stuff with the tech smashing. For those who want the quickest way, usually best way, the one that I prefer is I hold A for quick text, and then when I want to advance it, I can press down on the D-pad. You can also press B. Works about the same, depends on personal preference. I just prefer to use two hands. Trog getting the first one up the climb. Galamoz is actually struggling to get up there fairly quickly. Alright, Trog already kills first enemy of the game. Moving along. Gets himself back up fairly quick. And back in the navigation room. So simply put, with this game, when you're trying to go fast, you're trying to optimize all of your movement, trying to avoid being in the air as much as possible, staying on the ground. Trog having a little bit of trouble on that initial little climb there. So first at the navigation room. Sees all these little mistakes, and someone's going to catch up to you. Alright, and Trog Wind Waker, the first one to reach missiles. Actually, hold on. Galamoz is not far behind. Alright, Trog getting that first missile tank. Neither of them really going for doubles on the eye door, but considering I can't do it myself yet. Trog getting ready to start the Arachnus fight. he gets a roll. Will galamoz have the same luck? Trog does not get the first double. And galamoz gets the morph ball. Trog gets it next. So galamoz back in the lead. Now they're about tie game. So they both go for the extra missile tank. They're both going to need it. I have the feeling. They both missed getting that correct placement on the elevator. And got the spoopy stacks. Well, I actually got my stream synced properly. Yeah, Gala is slightly ahead, maybe a second. Alright, both got their first stabilizers clear. Trog Wind Waker going for the extra energy tank. Feels like you might need the slight boost in health. Both finally have their first stabilizers clear. galamoz with a pretty clear lead. He's going for his third stabilizer now. Trog getting into his third one. Galamoz getting ready to start the charge beam core fight. Trog getting some unfortunately bad charge hydro luck. And Galamoz already has his charge beam. He's set. And TrogWW has his own. Galamoz heading towards his fifth while Trog is trailing behind trying to get his fourth. So one of the big strats with these stabilizers is you're trying to either get your missiles in as quick as possible, or when you have the charge beam, you're trying to get both shots of the charge beam and the player in to deal the maximum amount of damage. Galma is opting to skip the extra energy tank, save him a few more seconds. And Galma is already heading for Sector 2. And we have the spoopy sacks again. Too spoopy. Now we get to introduce the security locks. Now both of them have to be very careful of the Zoros along the wall. They do a ton of damage, and if you kill certain ones without picking up the core or the X parasites that drop out, they can respawn in other parts of the room and make traveling very difficult. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, I will be back shortly. Okay. So it looks like I've got video, but I do not have sound. Okay. Also, thank you for chat for the blessing. Still a little under the weather. Okay. So it looks like Galamoz is still ahead, on his way to the high jump boss. Or Zazabi, I should say. We'll see how many jumps each person gets. Galamoz opting for the pseudo screw attack on the spike shooting enemy. It's kind of sad that I don't remember what they're called. And this time he goes for his second energy tank here. Saves him a little bit of time. One beam. Two beams. Alright, two beams. So pretty good eye door luck. Let's see how he handles Zazabi. Any jump predictions? And right off the bat, Zazabi opens up on his first jump. So I'll save Galamoz a lot of time. Alright, easy enough. Galamoz does not get his first double. He gets the second. And that finishes off Zazabi fight. TrogWW has already started his. Misses a few missiles though, so he's going to have to go through another cycle before he can attack again. Galamoz reaching the sacks. Trog getting his set of doubles. Gets his high jump. Galamoz is trying to play stylish, but not doing so well with it. That being said, he's still ahead. Alright, Galamoz's first one out of navigation room. He's going to be heading to Sector 4. Trog chasing after the sacks. Trog having a little bit of trouble with his escape climb. Galamoz almost getting his jump extend over to the other side here. Galamoz getting to a side door. Good luck, opens on first go. Let's see how he does with Saris. Did he get his first hit? We will find out. And he actually does. Gets the second hit, no problem. And gets his first double. I still think between Saris and Yakuza, with Saris and Yakuza Spider, that has the best boss fight music in the game. Trog Wind Waker getting ready to start his fight against Saris. Galamoz gets the low height Shine Spark. TrogWW not getting the best luck with the I-door. Not you too. Seems like everyone's getting something or another. Trog Wind Waker also gets the 2-cycle Saris. Does he get the double? No. And Trog gets the speed booster. He's all set. Galamoz misses his trick. Has to get the missile tank. Would this be Trog's opportunity to get some of his time back? And Trog gets the low height. Still need to... Oh, Galamoz gets another low height. Continues his boost. And just like that, he is out of Sector 4. This is the original game. No random stuff. I'm trying to think, what is the window for that low height shine spark? Because I see it all the time, but I can't seem to get it myself. Pardon me one moment, I will return shortly. Okay, I have returned. Galamoz getting his spark in. There's so many different ways to get that spark into the security room. I usually go a little bit higher. Galamoz successfully avoiding the stretch, able to get the speed boost. He does not. Galamoz has picked up Bob. No Bob skip today. Alright, Galamoz has super missiles, and we'll see how his box fight goes.
Hello?
Hey, so I'm joined by Boxmeister, is it?
Yeah, indeed, it's Boxmeister here. Sorry, I wasn't available earlier, and I just saw that the tournament match started, so I'll try to...
Alright, so Galamoz gets good positioning for his box fight.
Indeed, he's already, he's now leaving sector, going for the exit on sector 3. Oh! But he bonks his shine spark against the wall.
Uses it a little bit early.
Oh, well, if he would, he could have a high one, but that is mostly used to pick up the extra E-tank that's situated over there.
Which can be useful, but still takes up time.
Well, if done properly, it only wastes a couple of seconds. It's a nice safety energy tank.
Right. Trog starting his box fight.
He's starting pretty well, and he has boxed down already.
Used to take me forever to do box fight.
Well, box fight is has more or less a fixed pattern. So it's once you get the hang of it, it's
It's just a matter of
nothing
keeping
more
him in
than
position.
yeah.
Trog does not get his speed boost either. Instead, gets hit by an enemy. Side
Indeed.
hopper's total pain in the rear.
Just a quick question: are you watching the commentary stream?
Yes.
Okay, because you seem to be slightly slightly behind. Yeah,
I'm probably about a second behind, maybe 2.
it's I'm completely caught up, judging from Fiesel. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have much control over that due to my laptop not having the best.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's connection or just video, what have you.
Just a second. I need to respond to something.
Usually, like when we choose our speedrun games, we usually pick games that we just enjoy playing through that much. Like I enjoyed Metroid Fusion a lot, and I really enjoyed Metroid Zero Mission, which is my main speed game. And usually, techniques from one can carry over into the other. Trog doing his best to get himself caught up. Galamoz picks up his energy tank. And more spoopy sacks.
I'm back again.
Welcome back. Galamoz gets his pretty solid sack skip.
Oh, yeah. Well, sex skip, it's a sex dodge, actually.
Oh, dodge, okay.
Because he's... Well, I mean, it is an encounter. Galamoz is now starting the Mega X fight. Mega X may...
Go ahead.
Mega X makes use of the charge beam plus flare for a quick kill. I don't know if you have explained the flare charge shot yet.
Alright, so the charge shot is, when you first have it, it's 2 parts. So 2 fully charged shots plus a little flare that comes out of your gun. So what they're trying to do for the Mega X is to be inside the hitbox for it so that you're hitting it with both shots, or both parts of the shot, and the flare to do the maximum damage. Much the same with the eye doors.
And the Ceres fight especially. You also make use of it for the Ceres fight, because the charge shot plus flare is 26 damage and Ceres has 50 HP and the Mega X has 100 HP, so if you jump inside it with a charge shot and release it, then you
get... You have about 4 cycles on the Mega X.
Yeah, indeed. And that's what you use charge shot for.
Galamoz getting his Morphball jump going.
And the escape of Sector 6 is is slightly harder to do optimally than it is when you enter the sector, because now you have all these
You have all the
puffer-
enemies and puffers, and of course, if you shoot the puffer, they hit out gas, which increases their hitbox size, and it's just really annoying to try to dodge in general.
It's
if not near
also
impossible.
and it's also harder to dodge because they have 4 diagonal movements they can do. So it's really random what kind of buffer patterns you get in a room. Ooh, galamoz overshot the navigation room pad by a little bit with his speed booster.
Hopefully, he can still keep his spark stored.
Yeah, it's getting tight if you miss the pad. It can get really tight, especially when you overshoot it like that.
He'll have to act very quickly to be able to get the shine spark in the room.
Yeah, one press on the directional button and the A button press is enough to initiate the shine spark. So you can do it relatively quick, like galamoz did.
This turn he did. Trog not too far behind, at least.
No, he's only 40 seconds behind, something like that.
So he's gonna have to work to catch up, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know how close their PBs are with respect to each other.
Galamoz heading into Sector 5.
Most of the start of Sector 5 when you visit it for the first time is relatively easy, because it's just a matter of shooting at the right time and using the super missiles to kill everything in your way. After you pick up ice missiles, though, it becomes a little bit harder, because when you now hit... Yeah, indeed.
What I usually found with pancakes is that after I've gotten ice missiles is that I'll freeze them and I'll do this little short hop, so it's almost like Samus just does a little step onto them and then keeps running. I don't know if it's optimal, but it seems to work.
Well, I can think of one faster strat, and maybe galamoz will show it to us when we get to it. I'll explain it by then, if he does it, of course.
Galamoz's having a hard time getting his shine spark going.
Yeah, well, that point in the game can be a bit trolly, because the blue X can block the path of the wafer, and if you have too short of a leeway for your speed boost, then you run into the wafer and you get hit, and then you have to redo it again, wasting around 10 seconds.
For each time you miss it.
Yeah.
Trog could catch up here. If Trog is able to get the same time save.
Indeed. Trog almost nicely spin jumped around the platform. If you fire your shot after platform, you can open the door and actually land on the platform right before it, so that saves a jump up. It's very minimal time save, but it's nice optimization.
Looks like Trog's going for a little more leeway. And he gets it, and actually stops right on that first tile, too.
Yeah, that's the most optimal, because obviously you'll cover less you'll take less travel less distance. And galamoz is making use of the very specific setup to open the game in time and hit speed boost fast enough to dodge the enemy shots. It's really a nice strat. It's very specific in terms of where you start running.
Alright, Galamoz now has his ice missiles. He's gonna begin his trek back around.
Well, Sector 5 can be a bit confusing because it's visited several times. Some people forget what they'll have to do next. Some people forget after opening the security doors, for example, to pick up ice missiles, or go try to unlock security level doors again at their second visit to Sector 5.
Just
So
because of muscle memory.
yeah, the movement you have to do in the first parts of Sector 5 is really similar for both visits, actually.
Galamoz getting ready to start the emergency in Sector 3 section. So, of course, by Metroid Fusion community law, once that section starts, I mean, as soon as you see flashing red, you have to spam emergency and Frank or Z in the chat. Any people who don't will be banned permanently.
Yeah.
So I better see it in the chat.
Galamoz going for the recharge.
And begin.
Well, Galamoz went for the recharge because the meltdown sequence, if you get hit by enemies and fall into lavas, it's actually quite health intensive. So the recharge is just there for safety. In normal runs, obviously, people we don't visit the recharge rooms. But yeah, you have 6 minutes for this meltdown sequence, and 6 minutes is really a generous amount of time. Most of the fusion runners finish it within 1.5 minutes.
I don't want to see Ralph or Z's or Little Z's. It's either emergency in Frank or Z or emergency in Magoo.
I see the chat going, and I allow all variations on the emergency in Frank or Z meme. I mean, we have a Magoo emote, we have Odin. Just knock yourself out, people. Galamoz is having a nice stretchy shaft descent. Firing missiles downwards so that his fall is not hindered by those frozen stretchies. And yeah, this part of the game is really skill intensive because you have to do a lot of precise movement to get through these rooms the fastest. Just freezing the stretches, there are certain strats for freezing the stretches such that you can pass unhindered.
Yeah, basically without having to wait for them to move or do whatever.
Yeah. And obviously you want to dodge as many damage as possible.
Galamoz getting stuck in the lava for a little bit.
But gets the side hopper freezing strats, which is the fastest way to climb up to the eye door, and he gets really good luck. This is going to be a decent meltdown time. And he's going for a different setup. Not sure if that was a double, or looks like it. Second one was definitely there. Yeah, he's got a double.
Alright.
And around and its meltdown time will be around 420. Around 420.
Now, emergency is not over until the last person finishes, so I still want to see it, even though Galamoz is finished. Trog is still in the emergency, so it's still in effect.
Yeah, Trog is having a little bit of difficulties freezing the stretchy and climbing up on the stretchy in the previous room. He misses the missile on the side hopper, so he has to climb the long way around. He's going for the gap in the floor, but it's a little bit small, so it might be tricky to fit through. But yeah, he should be fine. Oh wait, the stream just lagged a little bit. I thought the missile thing went up in open eye door. He missed first double.
See if he gets it again.
No, he didn't get the second double either, and it's going to be a regular 4-missile kill on the White Beam Corex.
Gets his
White
wide beam. Go ahead.
Yeah, White Beam is really powerful beam upgrade. Each of those 3 circles of the White Beam deals 15 to 40 damage. I'm not sure.
Alright. And emergency is over.
Yeah, the Sector 3 escape is relatively straightforward. They use a special freezing strats to climb up the stretchy shaft faster. It's really, it's way faster than climbing up the ladder normally.
Indeed.
And now galamoz is going to do what every Super Metroid runner hates to do. He's going to save the animals.
Yeah, we're making Super Metroid non-canon now.
Well, depends.
It depends. Depends on what the donation reads.
It depends on what you consider canon. I mean, Metroid Fusion comes after Super Metroid, of course, story-wise.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Super Metroid is canon, depending on what the HEDQ donation was.
Metroid Fusion is canon, depending on what the HEDQ donation was.
You know what? I'll accept that. Yeah, I know. Samus would have to find another way to start the ship.
We'll find out. For now, galamoz is doing the safe stretchy strats there. Just freezing them as they appear, just freezing them as they stretch out. And he's probably going for this shine spark. It's also a really specific setup, and can be a little bit tight if you. Oh,
And he just barely misses it. Doesn't start jumping time.
It's once again you start running at a specific distance and you try to store the giant sparker immediately after breaking it. But if you take a little bit too slow getting through the floor and jumping up and getting into that room, your 3 seconds run out, and then you have to climb it up the slightly slower way. If you do it correctly, it doesn't waste you that much time, but it's obviously faster to do the shine spark.
Also, one thing to note that the time it takes for the animals to leave is RNG based on where they were positioned when the doors opened.
Yeah, it can be quite a pain. It can waste you 15. It can waste 15 seconds if you're really unlucky. And there's nothing you can do about it, basically.
I'm trying to think now, did we have any other races scheduled tonight? Trog's having a hard time with his stretchy climb. Keeps falling down.
Just as a quick notice, I can do this race, but after this race, I'll have to leave. I think there were a couple of races scheduled for this evening. I'll look it up quickly.
Oh no! Trog gets a spark but goes in the wrong direction.
Oh lord. Let's see. Well, there are a couple of more races tonight, but they will be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so that will be at least 7 hours away from now.
I don't think I can commentate that one because of the fact that I have to be up at 4 in the morning for work tomorrow. Oh well. Trog gets his missile tank here.
Indeed. Galamoz, meanwhile, is getting up on the elevator of Sector 5 again.
Heavy breathing in the mic.
Yeah, maybe I should need to. I need to slightly reposition my microphone again. Well, let's see. Galamoz misses the speed boost charge. There is a shine spark you can do in that room, and it will save you. Well, it's slightly slower actually in game. It's slightly slower compared to the really optimal strat you can do in this room, but that's only the really optimal movement strat. So for normal runners, it's faster actually.
Just to get the speed boost and bonk into the block.
Yeah, it takes speed. Shine sparking is relatively slow because of the startup animation and the bonking animation. So
Right.
that's why in a couple of places you see people doing other stuff instead of a shine spark, a normal speed boost or a space boost. I mean that's a speed boost while space jumping. It obviously lacks the bonking animation. So most of the time they use that as an alternative.
Galamoz getting a pretty good sax avoid.
Indeed.
And I did notice Trog got the elevator missile thing.
Yeah, that's one of the relatively fast missile tanks to get. It depends on your missile routing, of course. From the looks of it, Galamoz now has at least 45 missiles. So yeah, the 45 missiles is to be on the safe side against not the next boss, but the boss after that.
Netori.
Yeah. And on Yakuza, it's also safe to have a little bit of extra missiles actually, because if you miss missiles, you can it can easily get quite annoying.
As I have known to have to do. Although I'm pretty sure when I did Yakuza, I just jumped in and hit it with charge shots, because I was able to just pull off each charge as he was jumping.
Yeah, the charge shot strats are not that much slower, but they are a bit slower compared to the missile strats for that kind of boss.
Okay.
Right now, Galamoz is working his way back up to the ship.
Which will have a nice little power outage.
Indeed.
Trog also does nicely with the sax avoid.
Yeah, it can be quite scary if you accidentally fail to jump high enough, you land into the beam, and that beam deals a ridiculous amount of damage actually. So if you're low on the health, it can be dangerous.
Just outright deadly. Galamoz gets a speed boost. Stops at just the right point.
Yeah, the speed boost is the fastest way to get to the room, because otherwise you have to pick up the missile tank. Although the extra missiles might provide you a little bit of safety against one of the upcoming bosses, but picking up more than 45 missiles at one point, it gets slower to pick up that many missiles.
Alright. Now we are on our way to go reset the generators. After having a conversation about the animals.
They're adorable.
Somewhat. I don't know, they kind of remind me of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Before Lilo and Stitch was a thing.
The birds remind me of Mr. T with that mohawk.
Okay. I pity the fool who don't use Speed Booster.
Indeed. This galamoz is picking up probably his last energy tank. I mean, you can pick up energy tanks after this in the game, but that's one of the more faster energy tanks to pick up.
Yeah, I mean it's right there. No, why not?
Yeah, and it's actually a really annoying obstacle in the low percent category because it's kind of hard to jump over that E-tank.
It's just somewhat tight. Galamoz
Okay.
starting his Yakuza fight.
Indeed, and he damages Yakuza now before it's going on screen. Once you hear the noise and the screen starts rumbling, if you scroll the screen up and fire missiles, they damage him because he has his mouth open at the time. And if you damage him enough, once he opens his mouth the second time down, and it's random after how many crawls he opens his mouth, you can kill him in one round if you do your missiles. Well, if you pump in enough missiles.
Galamoz's already in the second phase.
Indeed. The second phase is sort of tricky because you kind of have to predict where Yakuza will go and then fire missiles.
While also avoiding hitting his acid spit, which he dropped at the top of his jump.
Yep.
Galamoz, I believe, just got his first double. No, he did not get his first double.
No,
that might be a double.
That's not a double.
No. Galamoz's not getting his doubles today. That might have been one.
If you see an X coming out after a double missile attempt, then he didn't get a double. Mostly
Galamoz has his space jump. This is also why I hate spiders.
Yeah, some people think that Yakuza should be called Nightmare instead of Nightmare. Right now the auxiliary power is back on, and now we'll go through a somewhat scary SCX encounter. Most casual runners hate this encounter, probably.
I mean, even I still hate it now, even as a runner. Like, it's still nerve-wracking at times. But this was also the encounter that, like, my friend and I were too scared to play through when we were kids.
Yeah, I kind of see why. I mean, you really get up close with the SCX, and doing this room properly can be a little bit scary because he's really on your tail. And right now you need to shoot a missile at one block on the ground and then shoot your way through it. And if you miss it, then it's really, really, really scary because the SCX will be right up your face. And if you leave the encounter with low health, then you might get screwed over by the Kai Hunters, those flying bugs, because they deal more than one E-tank of damage if you're really unlucky.
With the stinger attack.
Yeah, so it can get pretty dangerous in this part of the game.
Dog getting like almost all of his missile hits on the. Oh, never mind.
No. He's missing a lot of missiles for just now.
He started off well and then lost it.
Galamoz is fighting now against Netri. Netri takes 48 missiles to go down. But you can replace any missile hits by one charge shot hit or one power bomb hit. So what you'll see him do is he'll time some power bomb and charge shots and then start spamming missiles on him. That's the fastest way to do Netri. It's the death phase of the boss is really easy. The plasma beam core fight can get a little bit scary because the plasma beam deals quite a bit of damage. But Galamoz...
does the damage per frame also work against Samus, or just Samus is using it?
I'm not sure.
So Galamoz does have his plasma beam. Now the difference between the plasma beam and the wide beam is that the plasma beam does damage per frame that it is in the enemy.
Indeed. The only time where that property is a disadvantage is actually on the next boss, because the next boss has a hitbox of only 1 frame, and then afterwards the beam just stops. That's the one point in the game where your beam upgrade makes your beam weaker against the boss. Fun fact. But yeah, I mean, the Sector 2 escape after the Nettery fight is really straightforward. You charge your beam appropriately, you do a Shine Spark, kill everything that's in your way.
Trog had a little bit of trouble navigating Sector 2. He's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, if he got stuck between the vines that you shoot, and aiming down and shooting in that small of a gap can get troublesome, and the Kai Hunter will get immediately up in your face. And like I said, the Kai Hunter deals a lot of damage. As you can see, he has only 2 E-tanks left, but luckily he gets a recharge at the eye door. And he's lucky because the eye door opens without shooting any beams.
Oh, he gets oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's getting trapped in the Samus Eaters.
The reason he's positioning himself on the very right edge of that platform is such that the left bloom won't spit any pollen, and pollen will get in your way. You need to crawl, you need to go into Morph Ball to get under it. That's why runners position themselves on the very right edge. On the very left edge you can also dodge all the pollen, but then the pollen gets in the way of your shots.
Alright, Trog fighting the Plasma Beam X already. Galamoz heading towards Nightmare. He's getting his speed boost charge.
He missed oh wait, he got a backup charge. There's also another way to charge the speed boost. Yeah, and it's a really nice long Shine Spark you'll do there. It's always cool if you get it, and it's also the second fastest way to do that. The fastest way would be to actually do a space boost, space jumping in speed boost form. But to get that consistently is really hard and not worth it, basically. And galamoz now moving towards the Nightmare fight. And Nightmare is the second boss that's really scary when you're doing casual runs, casual play of this game.
Even in a speed run, unless you know how to properly manipulate him.
Well, yeah, the manipulation is the third phase of the fight. The first phase is really specific. The fastest way to do the first phase is get under it, charge your plasma beam shot, and fire it immediately at the cannon as it goes, and it will immediately skip the first phase, and then you have to get a couple of shots on the cannon again with your charged plasma beam to trigger the third phase. And then the third phase, his mask falls off, and then you'll spam missiles into it. Like I said before, the missiles do more damage because your plasma beam is shot at the very front of the hitbox, and that only deals 1 frame of damage. Ooh, galamoz tried manipulating Nightmare correctly, but Nightmare is too low to hit it with the missiles.
Galamoz on the verge here of losing his life.
Ooh, and
he's at 21 health. This could be it.
Yeah, he should play it
extremely careful.
He should play it safe now. I mean, he's far enough ahead. Meanwhile, TrogWW is going for the faster setup for the Shine Spark. Galamoz.
Galamoz kills the Nightmare.
Clutches the Nightmare fight, and now he only has to survive against the core X fight, but he should be fine because he's also farming yellow X's to restore his health. He should be fine
you
now.
should be good now. He's getting his doubles out.
Yeah, he's not hitting much of them though. None
All right.
at all.
And
Okay.
he gets his gravity suit, and he is set.
Well, the part after the nightmare fight is also scary because you'll have to dodge a couple of Aqua Pirates shots, and they really do a lot of damage to you. And lower sector
Even
4
with
is...
the extra defense.
Yeah. And the lower sector 4 enemies also can deal quite a lot of damage to you. So this is really this really is a tricky part of the game. If you're a bit inexperienced, but galamoz should be fine, I think. galamoz trying to get through the door with the space boost while utilizing the R-shot. Not sure if you explained what the R-shot is?
So the way our shooting works is so long as you have a missile in your ammo count, when you charge your beam, you can fire it off using the R button to switch to your missiles. This also allows you to fire a missile immediately after shooting off a charge beam.
It also keeps you in your same movement state, so you won't break out of space jumps, spin jumps, or space boost jumps, or whatever.
Trog also having a similar issue with Nightmare with manipulating them properly.
Yeah, manipulating Nightmare takes a lot of experience, and even then, it's very easy to screw up.
I mean, I've been running Fusion for a little bit, but even I can't get the Nightmare manipulation right.
Yeah, and manipulating Nightmare is tricky.
Trog himself is he's down to 3 energy tanks. He can't take many more hits.
Yeah, he should be fine now. Nightmare's on the right level to kill it in this round of missiles he inflicts. I think. Ooh, getting really close.
Just barely.
But he pulled it off, indeed. But he needs to farm a couple of missiles to kill the core. Okay.
Can't be missing his missiles either.
Yeah, he should be fine now. But he's missing the doubles? Yeah.
Honestly, I would say that the Nightmare would be the hardest boss in the game, especially in a speedrun situation.
Yeah, I guess. It depends. I mean, some people have more affinity for certain bosses. And the manipulation doesn't contain any RNG, so then again, if you do the exact same, if you repeat the exact same movements, Nightmare will do exactly the same, actually. Meanwhile, galamoz is leaving Sector 4 after picking up the diffusion missiles. The diffusion missiles add a sort of expanding flare if you charge your missiles. It's not really useful in terms of doing extra damage because it only deals 1 HP extra damage, I think. So yeah, it's not really it's not really useful upgrade. It's in fact if there was a way to skip diffusion missiles, we probably would, because it only increases your missile cooldown time and makes your missiles travel even faster. So it's even more difficult to land any doubles on the core axis.
I would not say the Nightmare is the Airman of Fusion based off of how easy Airman is in Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2, Airman is doable in Mega Man 2, I guess.
Nah, trust me, he's easy.
Yeah, I know. I have played Mega Man 2 as well. Right now, galamoz is entering Sector 6 again. previous time we visited Sector 6, we only did a jump out of speed boost, but now he does the space boost and uses the R shot to open the door and get to the next room. Yeah, it's Sector 6 enemies is a way lot easier now. He has plasma beam because it you actually don't even need to charge your beam to kill those worms. Although he almost damaged himself with the buffer enemies by firing a plasma beam at it. And remember the security robot he fought in Sector 3? Well, he's about to make his grand return.
As the Xbox, as we like to call him.
Indeed.
Very fun.
Although Xbox really, well, he really stepped up his game actually this time around. No more puny.
We're having other M discussion here now.
Yeah. I mean,
I will hold my opinion on it until after the race.
I won't give any opinion on it at all. Galamoz positioned himself slightly off at the opening. Otherwise, he could have gotten a few more missiles in. Xbox takes 12 missiles to go down. But this hitbox is once again not very big, so it can be tricky to position yourself correctly to get to hit with your missiles.
Alright, now
the beam correct.
Yeah, Galamoz has to be very careful against the beam Corex because if he gets shot, it does a ton of damage. As we remember from the AGDQ race when Hurt got sniped last minute. That stuff hurts.
It deals around 80 damage if I remember correctly. It's really a ton of damage. And the actual top runners use 2 or 3 E-tanks, so that's quite a large portion of your health at that point.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
Federation forces like Sonic Boom, except a lot less glitchy.
Well, let's keep the talk about the other Metroid games. Let's save that for some time else. Right now, Galamoz is in the restricted laboratory, and he's getting a mini escape sequence right now.
You know, you have 1 minute. That should be plenty of time. You know.
You can clear it. You can clear the escape in under 10 seconds. And Galamoz gets hit by the Metroid, but he clears it in within 7 seconds. So yeah, that shows. You have 1 minute is way too much time actually.
It's like they just give it to you. It's just a taste of what's to come.
Yeah, no spoilers. Right now, Galamoz is at the second longest text in the game. This encounter with Adam is really long.
It's been about 3 minutes, right?
No. 2 minutes is what you take for the longest. This is not 3 minutes. Definitely not.
I don't know. I haven't gone and timed it myself. I'm just going based off what I hear.
It's not 3 minutes, I can tell you that.
Trog taking his first safety save. Probably a good idea.
It's a good idea. It's very easy. It's actually Xbox can really troll you. If once you get hit, it can get sort of easy to die against.
Especially he's taking some hits on the way up.
Yeah. But missile-wise, you won't run into any problems anymore.
Okay.
For the people of you who use a headphone, I'm not sure if we're taking Galamoz audio because I have my audio turned off for the game audio.
All I can say is rip headphone users because Ridley's gonna scream.
Yeah, I was just gonna warn you to turn the volume down, but sure.
Yep. So the Gold Pirates, these are really fun guys. So they decided, okay, we're gonna make it so that you have to shoot them in the back, but we're only gonna check if you're hitting them in the back based off of where you're facing in relation to the pirates. So if you and the pirates are facing in opposite directions, then you obviously shot them in the back, right?
No. If you're looking in the same direction, you obviously shot them in the back. You need to look in the
That's
same
right. If you're
direction.
looking in the same direction.
But
if you're
yeah,
looking in opposite directions, you're obviously facing off.
yeah.
Ridley, rip headphone users.
And
So-
here, the strategy used on Ridley is that you fire diagonal wave beam shots, and the plasma beam upgrade deals damage per frame it's inside the enemy. By firing it diagonally through the enemy, it stays inside the enemy the longest, and deals a ton of damage to Ridley. It deals way more damage than any missile could hope to do. And if Ridley would actually be going slightly to the left, if you shooting it diagonally from the right, then it stays inside the long and deals much more damage. But
it's funny. There was a guy that used to say, oh, you know, the Ridley fight, you want to have like at least 100 missiles or so because it would take that much. And little did we know that the wave beam would actually work. It wasn't until I saw runs that it was like, oh, hey, you can use wave beam on him.
Well, to be fair, only wave beam charge shots actually work against him.
Right.
I think. So that's probably well, I thought that wave beam would work.
I mean, the fact that it worked in general. Because we used to think, you know, as casual players that, oh no, you had to use missiles on him.
Yeah, it's a bit. Some things are a bit silly when you think back to casual play actually. Right now, galamoz is making his way through Sector 1 to get to the longest and most.
Oh, that's the one that's 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
No text in this game takes 3 minutes. Oh, it only takes 3 minutes when you basically don't press anything. But yeah, but basically after you kill Ridley, you have screw attack, and that's basically overpowered. So if you're in screw attack mode, you're basically invulnerable and kill everything you jump through. Except for the upcoming 2 bosses, of course.
So at this point, you're just, you know, you're pretty much invincible, except for those last parts.
Yeah, and those last parts can really screw you over. I mean, it really messed up the most bracket predictions, as even our world record holder fell victim to the final boss.
It's just based on how you play and if you can avoid the soft locks.
Yeah, soft locking is really still one of the major major reasons why you can lose the bosses and the fact that you still can soft lock if you get a little bit unlucky are the reasons that this part that you're still not out of danger after screw attack mostly. You can even you can also go, well, not soft lock, but you can go get swept out of bounds by Ridley. If he tries to pick you up and turn at the same point, you'll get pushed out of bounds, and that might get you stuck. It happened to a couple of people.
Huh.
Not during this tournament, but it's possible.
Metroid races do seem to be somewhat cursed, and that someone always dies, but hey, why not?
We've had a couple. We've had at least one double race now that had everyone cross the finishing line actually.
Yeah.
But that's more of an exception than normal occurrence.
Well, I mean, SGDQ, the Super Metroid race, like 3 out of the 4 runners died.
Yeah, Super Metroid is a bit more infamous in that respect.
Yeah, maybe next time Fusion gets raced, we won't have any deaths.
Who knows? I mean, at this point in this race, there's still a good chance that both of them will actually make it through the finishing line. I mean, they did both do safety saves, so I guess they will finish, both of them.
And Trog does not get pacifist.
Yeah, it's you can try to dodge all the enemy. I mean, it doesn't waste you any time at all because you're mostly concerned about horizontal movement.
It's just a little swag thing.
Yeah. But mostly when the runners are really behind on their PVs at that point, they sometimes really can say screw it and then kill all the enemies. That's also a thing you can do.
Yeah, the nice thing is you don't get a shitty ending like Undertale.
Yeah. Right now, galamoz is wisely going for his final safety save. For the upcoming fight against the SCX, you basically use the same similar strats that he used against Ridley. Well, because Ridley, you use the diagonal wave beam shots. You use the same against SCX, but you have to freeze it with ice / diffusion missile to keep it in place. And immediately after firing the charge shot, you have to freeze it again. That's the most optimal strat you can do against the SCX. And galamoz is going for the harder horizontal strat that takes longer and is also a bit more dangerous because you're really short on time. Yeah, the second phase of the SCX is really easy. You fire a diagonal shot and you try to fire it up such that the shot travels with the SCX as it jumps up, basically killing it in one hit.
Doesn't quite get it, but he gets enough. Now the Edgecore X, it is possible to get doubles on him,
yeah,
but it's very difficult.
It's very difficult, and the fact
Not
that
to mention, yeah, the ice beam does what, almost 200 damage?
Yeah, but if you press A and go into your screw attack state, then you won't get damaged at all. So that's it's relatively safe beam core X fight.
Okay, galamoz has started his escape sequence.
Yeah, if you walk back slightly in that room, you can go for a space jump strat, which well, it doesn't save you that much time, but it's something you can go for.
It just depends on what your preference is and how you play.
Yeah. So now he's headed towards the final obstacle in this game, the one that cost our world record holder his victory, the Omega Metroid. One of the few non-X enemies in this game. Ooh, galamoz didn't went for the Shine Spark strats there. You can store Shine Spark and then spark almost all the way or entirely all the way through that corridor.
He triggers your Omega Metroid.
Yeah, and the first part of the Omega Metroid fight is scripted. He deals damage to you, you get down to 1 health, and then the SCX basically comes to your rescue.
Basically.
Yeah, and TrogWW is actually still not that far behind. I mean, 1 death of galamoz and he is almost almost completely made up his what you call it?
Galamoz gets hit once. Let's see if he gets the stun lock.
Yeah, those.
No, he doesn't.
Those swipes are really unforgiving. They deal 1 E-tank of damage each swipe, and he can double swipe you, like you just saw.
Galamoz gets hit one more time. That's it.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
gotta be very safe strats. All right, and he wins it.
Galamoz clutched the fight, and well done. As you can see, the Omega Metroid is really tricky because it deals an absurd amount of damage.
And if
But
you
nice
get hit
job.
just like once, it could be it, especially if you have low energy tanks.
But nice job overall. He finished under 126. So it's really good. And right now, TrogWW is getting close to the SCX encounter. Is he going for the safety save? Niske runs past it.
Yeah.
For now. Or maybe he just didn't realize yet. But from the looks of it, he's actually going for the going to do the fight without a safety save. So that's exciting.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, with 6 energy tanks, you'll mostly be fine, I guess.
Yep. Charge
Yeah, and
starts
he's-
his sax fight.
Oh, he missed the setup for the quick kill.
So he's
but
gonna
he's
have to fight somewhat normally.
He goes for the casual strats. Those casual strats, if you know what to do, just jump over it and then fire a normal charge shot at it. Yeah, that's really, it's if you know what you're doing and do proper movement, it's not that dangerous. But it just takes a while
what I
longer.
had to do when I played, so
Yeah, it's
one of those habits that I was not able to completely get rid of.
Yeah, the quick kill setup is also it's quite precise. So it's hard to get. I mean, you saw it on TrogWW's stream. He went for it, but he barely failed it.
He's taking a lot more damage than.
Yeah, he's attempting doubles, and it's not going too well.
Lag strats too.
But
There we go. He got him.
He pulled through. So now we're getting our second escape of this match. 3 minutes counting down, and he's going for the space boost through that room. As you can see, he gets it. Very nice. Yeah, it doesn't save that much time because to walk back in that room also costs you 1 or 2 seconds. And you save
Still not
1 or
too bad, though.
and you save 1 or 2 seconds. So, ooh, he almost yeah.
Oh no.
If he pressed the down button, he could have fallen straight down, and that would be the fastest, relatively fast way to get through that room. But yeah, 3 minutes is enough time to make the escape. And he's going for the Shine Spark. It's not
He's a little high. He's a little high.
Nah, it's not the low height. If you do the low height, you basically Shine Spark right above the ground, and then you can make it all the way to the back of where the Omega Metroid is standing right now. It's only half a second faster because you overshoot the trigger point for the Omega Metroid fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the scripted encounter. I mean, the SCX is only slightly off the staggering spot, as we would call it, because you can go for to get the. If you do the setup correctly, you can make the Omega Metroid continuously stagger. Oh, come on. Just button press up and down, and then you can stand up again. Ooh. If you get hit. But yeah, he should be fine now.
Trog's going for safer strats.
Yeah, he's fine now. There he goes.
There we go, and that's it.
And both runners actually finished. So Yeah, that's a really decent.
Galamoz with the 53. We'll see what Trog gets.
Well, he forgot to split, but let's see, he's a little bit 4.5 minutes behind that, so I think he's got somewhere around a 58.
So similar to what I got, I managed a 59. I haven't had a sub-hour run before.
Yeah, you PB during your race, right?
I did.
Okay. Well, let's get the runners into the commentary channel soon for the little interview.
They can get in here.
Yeah, well, they can't join the commentary channel normally. What they'll have to do is that they get into the staging voice channel, and then the admins can move them over to commentary. We're working on it, but it's really good, really well played by both runners. I mean, it was a nice match from what I saw.
That was good.
And they were up until Sector 6. They were actually still quite close to one another. Okay, Gala is in. Fiesel might move him. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Gala.
First of all, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
You definitely seem to have quite a few close calls, so we're trying to figure out what had happened, like especially with Nightmare and Box.
And Omega.
And Omega.
Fight.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna die like a whole bunch, and I should have sec sick before Nightmare. But I tried to get the E-Tank before Nightmare, and the moment I missed it, I thought I was gonna die.
But you impressively pulled through, actually.
Yeah, I almost died to like the Ridley Corex and Omega, and some other spots too.
But what counts is that you didn't die, and it's really impressive. Really impressive run.
Thank you.
Let's see.
You're still waiting on Trog to come in.
Yeah, I'll just a sec. I'll arrange it.
But yeah, I used to get like 5 or 6 E-Tanks during my speedruns, and this time I grabbed like 1 extra, and I missed the other one. So I was playing really risky.
I mean, you did manage to make it through, so that is a good thing.
Indeed. We're now waiting for TrogWW. Yeah, he's in staging channel right now, so he will be joining. There we have him.
Hello, Trog.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a mic right now, so I'm just using my laptop.
Okay.
Oh, well, it sounds fine to us, really.
Cool.
Well played. First of all, well played.
I didn't die. That exceeded expectations.
There you go.
Yeah, there were several times where I was for sure thinking I was going to die, but
You did seem to have a lot more close calls, especially, even with the higher energy count. So
yeah,
I got to see what might have happened or what was going through.
Yeah, I haven't really touched much of the second half of the game in recent times, to be honest. So I got a lot of extra tanks just so I wouldn't die to.
Well,
Data rust.
it still was a decent. It was still a decent run overall. I mean.
Yeah. I just need to be a little more aggressive with the strats. I think I feel confident about losers.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Good job, Gala. Are you in there?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. How was your run? I obviously couldn't see it.
I almost died on Nightmare.
Oh, did you?
And
I was just really worried the whole time.
I almost died the box too. That was pretty amusing.
But still, congratulations on both of you for not dying during this race. That's really impressive feat. I mean, most of races, at least one of the runners die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Both should have died. That'd be really funny.
Here's your time coming up.
Don't look. Shield your eyes.
I got a 57. That's a pretty decent time. What's your PP?
53.
So I said you both have me beat. Mine is a 59. So
I need to get. Hopefully, I can get my GameCube, Game Boy setup working again, because doing it on emulator was pretty painful.
Okay. Still, what do you think? You both have done this first race. What do you plan on? Do you guys plan on improving on some strats?
Oh yeah, for sure. I really need to work on my core X fights just in general. I suck terribly at double missiling.
Yeah, me
I play
too.
play it pretty safe with getting energy tanks, and a lot of my strats are maybe overly safe for what I'm capable of. So I'll definitely try to be a little more aggressive. Maybe take an extra safety save at a scary part, because it'll probably be worth in the long run. Just
There
going
you
for
go.
more aggressive strats.
Okay.
I think I'll just watch the tutorial again.
and just watch it, practice. That's usually all that's needed.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Cool.
That concludes our match for now. Actually, it will be several hours before the next fusion match is due. I'm not sure if there are any other speed gaming matches tonight, but
Well, Feasel, what do we have coming up next, and what time?
We got Metroid Prime coming up next immediately, and then we've got Minish Cap after that. And then the next fusion is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, so that's 6 hours from now. But yeah, stick around for Metroid Prime.
Alright, so I will hand it off to our Metroid Prime runners. Feasel, it was very nice working with you. Boxmeister, thank you for commentating with me.
oh, no problem.
And we will see y'all hopefully with the next race.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
See you guys later.
See ya.
All right.